As soon as the panel joins in, we'll validate and take it ahead.
Yeah, sure.
Then show us your passport. Get it closer to the camera and focus on your name so that I can verify it. Yeah. Move your fingers around the photo. Yeah. Closer to the camera a bit. Hold on. Date of birth is 16/06/1994.
Right.
Validity is 23/03/2031.
Yes.
Okay, the photo clear signature is there. Alright. Dhruv, are the details okay with you? The name, date of birth, validity?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Alright. You can put that down, please.
Yeah, sure.
You can take it ahead.
Okay, thanks. Hey, hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you briefly introduce about yourself?
Yeah, sure. So about myself, my name is I have completed my MCA in the year of 2019 March, and after that I got placed as a database engineer in which is one of the most reputed IT organizations in world. Then I moved to data analytics team in the same organizations and have worked on a different data analytics tool like Tableau, Power BI, SAS, SQL and Google Data Studio. So yes, I can say that I have knowledge on all of those above tools. And after that I switched my job in 28th September 2020 to Mindtree Limited, and over there I joined as a data analyst based on the technology of Power BI. Apart from that, I'm a Microsoft certified professional in Power BI, that is DA 100. So this is a small introduction about myself.
Okay. Total how many years of experience you have?
Total 2.5 years, sir.
Total 2.5. And in that Power BI, how much you have? Apart from Tableau and all?
In Power BI, I have 2 years of experience.
Okay. And certification DA 100?
Yes, sir, I have.
How about 70778?
No, it's DA 100. 100.
DA 100. Yeah. Okay. Fine. And I'm just making note of all this.
Sure, sir.
Okay. If I ask you to explain any layman what is Power BI in 1 or 2 lines, what will you say?
So in short, Power BI is a data analytics tool which is provided by Microsoft, with the help of which we analyze the data and create different interactive and attractive visualizations, charts and report for the client or the end user.
Okay. So based on what you said, can I make a statement that do you know what is SSRS?
Yes, sir, I know about SSRS. So basically SSRS means SQL Server Reporting Services. SSRS is really nothing more than a website that hosts a web-based report. So if you want to show a basic tabular report or graph report in a web browser, then SSRS is the best choice for us.
Okay. Is it a kind of an alternative for Tableau?
Yes, we can say Tableau and Power BI are the alternative of SSRS.
Okay. And where is the data stored of Power BI?
It's depend. It may be in the cloud or it may be in your desktop. It's mostly depend on the channel that you used to import the data.
Okay. Is there any limitation of data?
Yes, if we bring the data using import mode, then for pro users it is up to 1 GB, and for prime user it's up to 10 GB. And instead of that, if we bring it in direct query mode, then no limitation will be there. Only thing is that every data set of the report should not exceed 1 million rows. Yeah.
Okay. And is there any performance impact if you switch to direct query?
Yes, obviously. Here in direct query, you are just creating a connection with a data source. You are not bringing it to the Power BI desktop directly. So whenever a query will be fired using Power BI, it will not find the solution from the cache memory of the Power BI. For this, it has to go to the directly to the data source. So obviously it will take time. So I can say yes, it will impact your performance.
Okay. Is there any way to improve the performance of this direct query?
Yes, we can improve the performance of direct query by using group by or applying the most respective filters or by limit visuals on the report base and by evaluating custom visual performance and all.
Okay. Heard about aggregation?
Yes.
Can we aggregate the data to improve the performance?
Yes, we can, as aggregation is also a way of speeding up the performance of Power BI dataset.
Okay. Have you worked up with Microsoft SQL Server?
Yes, sir, I have.
Okay. Can you tell me what is a join?
So, join is mainly used to combine two or more tables based on a specified common field between them, or we can say it's a Cartesian product between two or more tables. So I can say when we are selecting the data from multiple tables with a relationship, we use the join.
Okay. And what is merge?
Merge is basically used to handle insert, update and delete all in a single transaction without having to write separate logic for each of the table. Or we can say merge statement tries to compare the source table with a target table based on the key field and then do some of the processing.
Is there any prerequisite for appending rows?
Yes. The prerequisites are the column name should be same. Then column position doesn't matter. It can be anywhere. And even if you have different number of columns, the step would be same. It will still append the table or the sheet and give the answer.
So if you have a table of 3 columns and a table of another table of 8 columns, can you append both of them?
Yes, of course we can.
Okay. What are the different types of join?
So basically in Power BI there are 6 different types of join are there, and those are left join, right join, inner join, full outer join, left outer join and right outer join.
Okay. Heard about self join?
Yes, sir. So self join is a join that can be used to join a table with itself.
Okay. Fine. What is T-SQL merge?
Sorry, can you please repeat the question?
TT, transact SQL.
Okay, so T-SQL is a set of programming extension from Microsoft that adds several features to the structured query language like transaction control, exception handling, error handling, row processing and declared variables and all.
Okay. What is a view?
So the view is a virtual table. It doesn't physically exist. Rather, it is created by a query by joining one or more table. Or we can say a view contain rows and columns just like the real table. And instead of that, we can also say the field in a view are the field from one or more real tables in the database. So in short, we can say view is a virtual table.
Okay. If you update a view, it will affect the table?
Yes, it will affect the table.
Can we update a view?
Yeah, of course, we can update a view.
The same syntax as what we do update table?
Yes, same syntax.
Tell me the syntax for update table.
So the syntax is update table name, then we can use set, then column 1 equal to value 1, and after that we can use the where clause, that is where condition.
Okay. So can we write a similar, instead of table name, can we say update view?
Yes.
Okay. So once you update the view, let's say the view is pulling data from table A. So the table A column also gets updated?
Yes, it will update.
What is trigger?
So a trigger is a special type of stored procedure that automatically runs when an event occurs in the database server.
Okay. Have you configured any settings for Power BI reports after deployment to Power BI service?
Yes, sir, I have.
Is there a way to make the settings configurable so that without even publishing the report again, you can change the configurations and refresh the report to see the different output on the same report? Is that possible?
Sorry, I can't understand your questions properly. Can you please repeat the question?
I'm saying, let's say you have a report and you have published that report. After that publishing, you want to change some configurations and refresh the report, but you don't want. It's like you need not publish the report each time after you change some values inside it. So can we configure that? Is that configurable? Is this achievable in Power BI?
Yes, sir, it's possible.
Let's say I'll change the question. See, I'll put it this way. On development environment, you are connected to dev database. Okay, and you have published the report on dev workspace. I ask you to publish that same report on production server, production workspace. What is your approach? Currently on your local, you have a dev pointed report. Yeah. So what will you do now to publish it on production?
For doing this, simply change the data source, then publish it to the production environment. But in new version, there is a deployment pipeline concept is there. I think we can take the help of that. I'm not sure about this because I have not faced this type of problem till yet, but definitely I will go through it after this interview.
Okay. Can you briefly tell what is the process of creating the report, Power BI report, simple report?
So basically, Power BI report is a combination of multiple visual elements that may be chart, text, and value, etc. on a particular page that may or may not be interrelated with each other. So to create a report, we need data. So first go to the get data tab and bring the data from different sources, and then clean the data using Power Query and create the modeling using Power Pivot, and then load it to the Power BI desktop. And after that, select the visualizations and create different chart in a single page or in a report.
Okay. Do you know what is content pack?
Yes, content pack is a package which contain dashboard, report, and the relevant database, or that may be the data source, which can be shared across to client. This is the concept, but in real project I have never created a content pack because basically it is done by the senior manager.
Okay. No problem. Fine. So I was saying, what is the difference between content pack and publish to app? There is an option when you deploy the report, right? Publish to app. What is that?
Okay, so the difference is that content pack can be copied, whereas Power BI app cannot. Instead of that, we can customize the theme in Power BI app, but we can't customize the theme in content pack. These are the two difference that I know. Yeah.
Okay. What is the language used? Programming language in Power BI queries?
It's M language.
Okay. And what all M functions have you used?
I have used different type of M functions like list.contents, list.distinct, list.combine, list.sort, list.random, and all.
Okay, fine. How about DAX?
Yes, sir. I have used DAX function as well.
Okay. What is the full form of DAX?
It means data analytics expression.
And can you create a dynamic column using DAX?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Have you used a variable inside DAX formula? Have you done that?
Yes, I have. You can define a DAX variable using var statement, right? var, and then use it in a return statement.
Okay. Can you write a syntax for me for a DAX? I just want you to add 2 columns, and I want it first of all, like you have a table called let's say table name is table A, and you have 2 columns in it, column B, column C. I ask you to write a DAX formula creating a new column, column C, where it is addition of column A and column B.
So for doing this, we can write column C equal to table 1, then column name, that is A, inside the bracket, then give the plus symbol, then write table 1, then inside the bracket give the second column name, that is B.
Okay. And now if I tell you that A and B are not of data type integer.
You mean it is in the text format, right?
Yeah, it's text format. Will this work?
Okay, so if it is text, then I can use the concatenate function on it.
Okay, fine. Okay. And if I ask you to summarize the data, what function will you use?
To summarize the data, I can use the summarize function.
Anything apart from that?
Apart from that, I can use the group by.
Okay. Can you give me an example of group by?
Okay, so suppose we have a table called as cricket, and it's having 3 columns, that is player name, month, and score. And my problem statement is to see the player name and their total score. So here I can use the group by to find out the solution.
Fine. Yeah. Okay. Different types of filters which are available in Power BI.
So basically there are 4 different types of filters are there in Power BI, and those are visual level filter, page level filter, report level filter, and drill through.
What's the difference between drill down and drill through?
No, I say it's drill through.
Fine. There are 2 terms, drill down and drill through. What is the difference between 2?
Okay, so the difference is drill down allows users to explore multi-dimension data by navigating from one level down to a more detailed level, whereas in drill through report acts similarly to a drill down report by giving users the ability to navigate to different level of data by clicking on a data element.
Okay. If I tell you that a user has a requirement saying that a specific report has 2 pages. First page, user applies a filter. He wants that same filter on second page as well. So what type of filter he should use?
So in that case, I can use the report level filter.
Okay. And now he says that he doesn't want to expand that filter tab only. He wants that filtering option on report above chart. Is that possible?
Yes, it is possible by using the bookmark.
Okay. Heard about slicers?
Yes, I have.
What is it?
A slicer is a kind of filter with the help of which user can have interaction with the report and the dashboard.
So it's kind of filtering, right?
Yes, right.
If you have a slicer on page 1, okay, and same slicer is there on page 2 as well. But for now, user is saying that whenever he selects value, one of the values from slicer 1, and then he goes to page 2, he sees that it's not that same slicer is not getting applied. He has to do same process on page 2 also. So he says that he wants both of them, like if you change on either of the pages in one of the slices, that same effect or that same filter should happen on other page also. So for that, what he has to do?
We can use the report level filter.
No, he doesn't want that. Fine. I got your point, but he doesn't want to use report filter.
So for that, we can use the synchronization filter.
Okay. Do you know what is this? Like, how do you refresh your report? What are the options?
So in Power BI desktop level, we can directly click on the refresh button, or if we have already published it, then we can set a scheduler refresh to refresh our report.
Okay. Do you have experience with Azure Sql?
No, sir, I have no experience with Azure Sql.
Okay, so I think you will not have an experience with Azure Analysis Services also, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How about language translations? Have you worked with that in Power BI?
Yes, sir. For doing this, simply go to File, then click on Option and Setting, then click on Option, and after that select the regional setting and change the language that you want.
Okay. Do you know Power BI Q&A?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
So basically, the Q&A visual allow you to ask natural language questions and get the answer in the form of visual. For that case, we use the Q&A in Power BI.
Okay. Have you implemented any dashboard?
Yes, sir.
How do you create a dashboard?
So for doing this, first of all, you have to log in into your Power BI account. Then click on Publish button, which is present on the top bar of the canvas, or you can also get another Publish option inside the file. If you will click on File, then you can get another option to publish report. So click any one of these two, then select the destination where you want to publish. By default, it is my workplace. Otherwise, log in into your powerbi.com and go to workspace and create a new workplace over there that you want, and then again go to your Power BI desktop and then click on Publish button and publish your report. Then open the published report that you have published in your Power BI account. So now every individual of your published report has a symbol that is pin visual. So click on that. It will ask pin to dashboard. Select the dashboard where you want to pin that particular visual, or if you have not created any dashboard before, then click on create new dashboard, and after that pin that particular visual to that particular dashboard. So in this way we create the dashboard in Power BI.
Okay. So when you pin that visual on a dashboard, what is that visualization called?
It's called as key performance indicator or key processing unit.
What is that key processing unit name? It's one of the key processing units.
I'm not sure, but I think it's called as tiles, right?
Okay, fine. If you have two views, like I ask you to pin two visuals of the same report in one dashboard, is that possible?
Yes, sir, it's possible.
Okay, so that dashboard would be in which workspace?
It will be in the same workspace.
Yeah, so let me tell with the names. So you have report 1, report 2. Okay, so you have inside report 1, visual 2, and you have deployed report 1 in workspace 1, visual 1, visual 2 of report 1, and that report is in workspace 1. I ask you to pin visual 1 and visual 2 to dashboard 1, where this dashboard would be available. In which workspace?
I think it's in workspace 1. Actually, I can't understand your questions properly. So
you have workplace 1. Yeah, you have workplace 1. Okay. Inside that you have report 1. Inside report 1 you have visual 1 and visual 2. Okay. I ask you to create a dashboard called dashboard 1, which has both the visuals, visual 1 and visual 2. of report 1. So when you say pin to dashboard, you select create new, you type dashboard name also dashboard 1. So like now when I ask you to go to dashboard 1, where that dashboard would be stored?
In workspace 1.
Okay. Next is like you have two reports now. Report 1 containing visual 1, report 2 containing visual 2. And both the reports are in workspace 1. Now if I ask you to pin both the visuals, where will it be? In which workspace?
Same in workspace 1.
Okay. Now you have workspace 1, report 1, visual 1. Workspace 2, report 2, visual 2. Now I ask you to pin visual 1 and visual 2 from different workspaces, and I ask you to pin to the dashboard. Where the dashboard would be?
No, we can't create a common dashboard by clicking on the pin option on the visual, which are placed in two different workspaces.
Okay. How about row level security? Have you worked on that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How have you implemented?
So to implement row level security, first of all you have to go to the modeling tab, then click on manage role. After that, create a role for that, and click on view as to check whether it's working or not. And if it's working properly, then click on publish, then go to your workspace, then go to the report that you have published, then click on three dots over there, then go to security and add the mail to whom you want to include in this role, then click on save and test role in server level. Sir, your voice is not audible properly. I think you are in the mute mode.
Am I audible now?
Yes.
Sorry, I clicked on mute.
Okay, no problem, sir.
Okay. Do you know what is the difference between a fact and a dimension?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
So the difference is that fact table contain the data about an event and holding aggregated numeric data that you want to analyze. And in case of dimension table, it keeps the metadata that describe the fact table that can be used to filter the fact table. Instead of that, we can also say in fact table there is less attribute but more records than the dimension table, and in a dimension table there is more attribute and less record as compared to the fact table. And we can also say the number of fact table is less than the dimension table in a schema, whereas the number of dimension is more than the fact table in a schema.
Okay. Fine. Deepan, I am done with the evaluation. Do you have any specific questions or something? Or we are good to close?
Yes, sir. So within how many days I will get the result?
See, basically I'll just give your technical evaluation to the respective team, and they will process it further, and they will reach out to you for further actions if any. Okay?
Okay. And what are the different tools you used in your organizations to analyze the data? Only Power BI or any other as well, like Tableau or ClickView?
There are many things. There are many things. I'm here to evaluate you for Power BI only. So there are many tools being used. Okay. I'll do mention about the one which you have for Tableau. I'll make a note of it and in the feedback. Okay.
No problem.
Yeah, I'll make a note of that. That's fine. Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Thanks.